Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to watch British TV in Africa. Now, British TV shows are popular across the world for various reasons. They're normally, most of the channels are high quality. English is obviously very accessible across the world. And they just have a reputation for producing good TV programs. Everything from drama, comedies, sports, current affairs, news, you name it. But the problem is accessing them from Africa represents quite a challenge, really. Now, the main TV stations in the UK are all free to air, and you just need to create a simple account, and you can watch them for no money at all. You don't have to pay anything for the basic subscriptions. BBC iPlayer is obviously the biggest one from the British Broadcasting Corporation, but there's ITVX, All 4, Channel 5, all of them, but they're all restricted outside the UK. Now, there's only really two main methods, I think, to watch British TV from Africa reliably, and we're just going to cover those quickly. Okay, so the problem is your IP address. This is how British TV sites block access from Africa and indeed anywhere outside the UK. And to bypass those, you need to use something called a VPN solution. Now, VPNs will basically, there's thousands of them really, but you've got to make sure that they work properly with the BBC and ITVX, which are the two main TV channels. NordVPN and Liberty Shield are two that I can recommend. NordVPN I've used for years. Liberty Shield I've just been using quite recently, but they both work reliably to unlock nearly all the UK TV channels that I use. They basically mask your location and make it look as though you're in the UK. Now, there was options in Africa quite recently, up to 2022. You could get BritBox and Acorn TV, which had a lot of the UK content. Both of those are now unavailable in the UK. There are some regional options. You can get individual programs through Amazon Prime Video. StarTime's partners with BBC Studios as well. Again, you need to pay for these. And really, the cost of all these other options makes it more expensive than a VPN, which, if you choose the right one, you can get for $2 or $3 a month. Okay, so the problem here, let me just show you quickly. BBC iPlayer here is absolutely, I mean, if you use any UK TV, use BBC iPlayer, because that's got thousands and thousands of shows. It's got 11 free to air that are broadcast live, most of them 24/7, and they've got an archive of tens of thousands of programs. Let's just have a look at this program. The problem is, if you're outside the UK, if you're in Africa, for instance, you'll get this message whenever you try and watch anything. It just says, sorry, BBC iPlayer isn't available in your region. And the same will happen with ITVX and Channel 4 and all those programs. You obviously can watch DSTV in South Africa because this does the same. It actually looks at your IP address and uses that to check where your location is. So DSTV will, for instance, work in South Africa, but BBC won't. Let me just close that. So let me just show you how you can get around this. You can either physically move to the UK, which might not be practical in the short term, or you can use something called a VPN. Let me just show you. This is the VPN I use. I've mentioned a couple, Liberty Shield and NordVPN. NordVPN is the biggest and cheapest of the VPN options that works really well. Now, I should point out that the BBC doesn't like VPN services, so it will it's blocked most of them, or it's blocked the IP addresses of the VPN servers. NordVPN is one that works. Liberty Shield works well. It's a bit smaller. It doesn't get targeted as much. NordVPN is much bigger, but their method is to actually set up dedicated servers that it rotates the IP addresses so they don't get blacklisted. Here's a few numbers. These are the numbers of the UK servers you should use only if you get NordVPN. Okay, I'll put these in the description below. Right, so here's the VPN, and you can see it's got servers all over the world. Now the VPN is a virtual private network, so when you connect to one of these, it creates an encrypted tunnel between your phone, your PC, your laptop, tablet, whatever it is, to the VPN server. Now that keeps your data safe, but it also hides where your real location is. So it doesn't matter where you are, any website will only see the location of the VPN server. So we're going to pick one of the VPN servers from that list I just put in, 1911. So I'm connecting there, and that will create an encrypted VPN connection between me and that UK server. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to BBC. Let's just close that, and I'll go back to BBC iPlayer. And we should be able to go back in now. And do you remember we couldn't watch this program because it was blocked, because it looked up my IP address and saw that it was in the UK, outside the UK rather. Now if I watch it, you can see it's going to let me show. It should let me show. And play. Now this is using my account. My account is free. BBC iPlayer is free. Remember, you have to create this account and make sure you have the VPN server. I'm going to stop that there, but hopefully you can see it works perfectly. So you need the VPN connected to one of the UK servers to make it look like you're in the UK. Then you can log on to BBC iPlayer if you already have a free account. If you haven't, go to the register page and create an account there. You'll need a username. You can pick anything. You need an email address. Don't worry, any email address will do. And you'll need a UK postcode. Now you can pick any UK postcode. Just Google online or go to a site like this. Oh, that's not up. This site is not always working. It's called crystalroof.uk, but it's got loads of UK postcodes. But I say any UK postcode will do. So just Google anything and you'll find one. It just has to be real. There's no check whether you live there or anything like that. And that's all there is to it. Okay. So VPN service is really the most common sense one to use. There are a few. You can buy content in Amazon Prime, as I mentioned, but that becomes very costly. You can also check out Star Times, which also have some deals I've not used for a while. So they might be worth investigating, depend on your circumstances. So satellite is the other main option. There are some premium packages with DSTV and I think maybe SABC as well, where you can get BBC channels using BBC First, BBC Brit, BBC Earth. You have to pay extra for those. I think they cost more than a VPN service. So really you're only getting a cut down version of BBC iPlayer, which is huge. It really is huge. There is so much there. There are 11, as I said, live channels and hundreds and hundreds of programs in the different categories. So you can go on like drama, sports. There are Doctor Who, if you like science fiction programs. There are, for example, 600 episodes of Doctor Who on BBC iPlayer, all available for free, and God knows how much of all the others as well. And that's all there is to it. That's how you watch UK TV in Africa. Remember, for streaming and watching online, you'll need at least 5 megabits a second for standard definition. You want to watch in high definition if you can. And the very minimum, and that is a minimum of 15 megabits per second, is best for streaming HD content. BBC iPlayer does have the option to download, so if you are struggling, you can download the program and watch it offline if your internet connection isn't great. So that's it, really. I mean, remember, VPNs are completely legal. They're extensively used all over the world. Millions and millions of people use it for watching BBC, ITV, Channel 4 all over the world, so don't worry about that. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll close off now. Bye for now.